Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than what I should. Yeah, Hollywood, well kiss me good. Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you.
2014, Season 4 of Up From the Underground is officially about to begin. As always, I am the Lawn Gnome, and thank you very much for watching my little show here. Congratulations to all of you new subscribers who have found me on YouTube. I'm hoping that you enjoy my show and what I have to offer. So let's begin. As always, Up From the Underground season premiere begins with the top 30 films that I want to see. I am a person who loves his movies, and I love to see them on the big screen. I always try to see at least a month's worth of film in a given year. Post as many reviews as I can based on the movies that I have seen, and at the end, I like to do a little season finale that shows the best of the best in the film category and 3 other categories as well. And if you want to see some of my past work, feel free to check out my channel. So for now, I've got 30 films for you for 2014, and they are very interesting. Ironically, some of them have been carried over from the 2013 30 anticipated films only because of the fact that they didn't get released last year. But apparently they're coming out this year. 2 of them are still on this list, along with a couple of other ones, and I feel that it's going to be a very exciting year for film. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to do, once again, a double feature. Roll the credits, because it's time for the first 2014 10 for 12.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love counting. Whatever the amount.
Also, to all of you newcomers, 10 for 12 is what I do a top 10 list. And my first top 10 list in 10 for 12 of 2014 coincides with my Up From the Underground season premiere. Amongst the 30 films, there are 10 specific ones that I am very interested in seeing above all the others, and when one of those films does happen to be mentioned, a big orange star will come up in front of you, and then I will explain why. So let's begin, shall we? The first movie actually got limited release in 2013 at the end of December, and much like last year when I reviewed Zero Dark 30, I considered it a movie from that year because it got its wide release in the second week of January. This year is no different, and it came out in wide release just this past week, and I have seen it. Spike Jonze's Her, starring Joaquin Phoenix. It was a movie that really interested me from the get-go, and there is a review done, and it's ready to go as soon as this episode gets posted. So keep watching, guys. The Lego Movie, a movie I could not believe that they were making, but the more trailers I see, and I'm sure that some of you are thinking the same thing, it just looks awesome. Hilarious, fun, and awesome. First in my top 10 list, it was supposed to come out last year, but it's coming out in February, and that is the new George Clooney film, The Monuments Men. It's a great period piece about a couple of guys that are sent into Nazi-occupied Germany to recover stolen art from the Nazis before Hitler destroys it. The cast looks fantastic. Another great movie with one of my favorite actors in it, John Goodman, and I'm very curious to see how Bill Murray will do because I haven't seen Bill Murray in many dramatic roles. Moving on, the new Studio Ghibli film, The Wind Rises, even though it is actually a release from this past year, it is coming to the United States for the first time this year in February, and I always try my best, even if I don't end up seeing it, I always try to see the Studio Ghibli films, and hopefully this year I will finally see a Studio Ghibli film in theaters, and I'm glad that it is this one because it is the final Hayao Miyazaki film, and according to critics, it was absolutely phenomenal, one of his best. The remake of one of the most amazing pop culture icons, RoboCop, starring Gary Oldman and Samuel L. Jackson and Michael Keaton. Very interested in this. I wasn't really a big fan of the original, but I feel it's one of those movies that needs to be remade just because of the fact that now that we have the technology to make the movie a little less honky-tonk, if you will, I think that it looks excellent, and I think it may actually be a movie that fans of the old franchise will actually enjoy, and especially with the cast. I mean, that's the reason why I think it's going to do a really good job in theaters. This movie got pushed off to 2014. and that is 300: The Rise of an Empire. Very excited for it. Love the first one by Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder is producing Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I love these characters, and as horrible as the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie is, that movie was fun, and this one looks fun too, and the fact that it's CGI by DreamWorks, I think it's going to be a very fun and exciting movie. Muppets Most Wanted looks really great, especially with the live-action cast members they brought on to do this. Number 2 on my list is the new Jason Bateman directed film Bad Words. I had no idea it was coming out. I saw the trailer. It looks so great. See the trailer. See the Red Band trailer. It is hilarious. I think it's going to be a very, very good movie. Then we got the new Darren Aronofsky film Noah starring Russell Crowe. Looks very interesting. Number 3, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I saw the trailer. The Marvel film line is continuing this year with 2 great films, looks like, and the Captain America trailer looks no different. Very excited to see the cast returning, including Scarlett Johansson and Samuel L. Jackson, and of course, the newest addition to the cast, who will also be featured in the Avengers, Anthony Mackie. Very excited to see him play the role of Falcon. The sequel to Rio 2, the first one was fantastic. I'm hoping that this one manages to live up to its predecessor. Number 4, interesting for me, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'll post my review of The Amazing Spider-Man in the box below. Maybe it was because I was bitter because of the fact that the franchise was rebooting. Maybe it was just because I thought it was a little too dark, but based on what this new movie's trailer looks like and where they keep talking about where this franchise is going, I'm getting more interested in this franchise by the day. And Mark Webb, I didn't really have too much respect for him when I saw the first Amazing Spider-Man, but then I saw a little movie called 500 Days of Summer. I know, I should have seen it sooner, but I have so much more respect for him after seeing a movie like that. And the fact that he went from a movie like 500 Days of Summer to doing the Spider-Man franchise, and the fact that they plan on turning this into 5 or 6 films, it's just really intriguing to me, and I'm very eager to see what this movie will bring. It does actually look quite awesome. The next movie is $1 Million Arm. It's the new Disney sports film. Now, this is something that we haven't had in a while. I loved Miracle, Remember the Titans, Invincible. This movie is something that we've been missing as Disney sports movie fans, and I think it's going to be really cool because I read a little bit about the story. It's about the 2 kids from India that ended up playing in the Major League Baseball circuit for just a little while, and it also stars the boy that played Pi in Life of Pi. So, very curious to see where that one's gonna go. Then we've got X-Men Days of Future Past. I mean, of course I'm gonna see it because I'm a huge X-Men fan, and I'm very impressed with the fact that they have decided to take the old X-Men franchise and the X-Men First Class film and unite them and make them one big universe. I'm very happy that they did that. Very happy indeed. And of course the fact that they got the whole cast from the original X-Men trilogy back for this movie, it just makes me even more excited to see it. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the fact that the great Peter Dinklage is in this movie too. Then we've got Maleficent starring Angelina Jolie. The teaser trailer looked pretty good. I'm really excited to see her play this famed Disney animated villain. The new Seth MacFarlane film, A Million Ways to Die in the Old West. It's Seth MacFarlane. I love Family Guy. I love Ted. I am not expecting anything bad from this movie. I'm going to expect a lot of Blazing Saddles spoofs, possibly, but a spoof on a spoof, especially if it's Seth MacFarlane, how could you lose? And then we've got one of my most anticipated films, even though it isn't on my top 10 for this year. I still can't stop thinking and ranting and raving about it, and that is the new DreamWorks animated film, How to Train Your Dragon 2. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I was really not so interested in seeing the first one, but of course I got dragged to it by my friends. I actually was not dating my girlfriend at the time. How to Train Your Dragon ended up being an amazing movie, and I saw the teaser for How to Train Your Dragon 2, followed by the full trailer. The cast looks great, a couple of new additions. I am expecting this movie to be one of DreamWorks' finest. Number 5, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Words cannot describe how excited I am for this film. And especially considering that Gary Oldman is in this movie, and considering how amazing the first film was, I just am expecting another fantastic movie. Not Planet of the Apes new movie, not science fiction fantasy, just a great, well done movie. Number 6, the new Marvel film alongside Captain America, The Guardians of the Galaxy. Very excited for this one, even more so than Captain America, just because of the fact that I'm very curious to see how it's going to link up to the Avengers. I'm very curious because of the fact that Benicio del Toro is going to be playing the Collector. You saw him as the Collector in the pre-credits scene after Thor: The Dark World. Very, very interested to see where this movie is going to go. Number 7. A movie that I have been waiting for since I saw the first film in 2004. Was very upset over the fact that this gentleman replaced the release of this movie for Machete Kills. Yes, you figured it out. Robert Rodriguez's new film, Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Very excited to know that he is back alongside Frank Miller, and the cast in this movie looks phenomenal, including Josh Brolin, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jeremy Piven, Ava Green. I am hoping that this movie does not suck, because the first one was amazing. It's been 10 years since Sin City came out. 10 years! So the fact that they waited this long for this new one to come out, I'm really hoping that it just takes the beauty of Sin City and continues it on, and hopefully there will be more sequels that will not take another 10 years to make. Then we've got the new CGI film from Laika, who did Paranorman. That's the Box Trolls. I need to see a little bit more of it, but when it's an animated film, of course, I'm going to be front row center. Number 8, you guys will probably give me a ton of horrible comments. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, starring Steve Carell. This is a book of my childhood. Very interested to see what it will turn into as far as a live-action film. There is, in fact, an animated film. It's about 30 minutes long, maybe a little longer than that, but it does exist, and they managed to turn this very short book into a really cute animated film, and I'm very excited to see what they're going to do in this live-action film, and I'm hoping that they adapt it well just by keeping that beauty and that innocence of this children's classic. Then we've got the new DreamWorks animated film, Home. I don't really know much about it. All I know is that it's based on a book, and the original film's name was called Happy Smek Day, but I'm seeing it because the great Jim Parsons from The Big Bang Theory is the lead role. I love Jim Parsons in The Big Bang Theory. He is a great actor. Why would I say no to this? Then Ben Stiller returns in Night at the Museum 3. The director is still Sean Levy, and I am very eager to see what this movie is going to be. I hope that it is good. Then number 9, we've got the new Disney animated classic, Big Hero 6. I'm interested in this movie because it is the first Disney animated film to be adapted from a comic book. Not a children's fairy tale, mind you. A Marvel comic book. It looks really, really cute. It's gonna definitely have that Disney charm, but it's gonna have that comic book magic. Very excited to see Big Hero 6. I'm expecting an Incredibles vibe from this with a little bit more of a Marvel twist. We've got, of course, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Not really happy with the fact that they are splitting this book into 2 films, and I also was not a big fan of the third book, but I am very interested in seeing this film because I loved the first 2, and they haven't done anything wrong. Jennifer Lawrence is one of my favorite actresses, so I am expecting something great from this film. Number 10, Christopher Nolan's new film, Interstellar. I saw the teaser trailer. I have no idea what this movie is about. All I know is it's Christopher Nolan, and he has yet to let me down. This movie's teaser trailer reminded me a lot of J.J. Abrams' Super 8. So that turned out to be an excellent movie, and I am expecting this one to be just as good. Then we've got The Hobbit, There and Back Again, the final installment in Peter Jackson's trilogy. The second one, you saw my review, I really wasn't too thrilled with it, but I am expecting this movie to still come out. I am still expecting myself to go sit down and see it, because it is a Lord of the Rings based film. The first one was great, Peter Jackson is awesome, Lord of the Rings is one of the greatest trilogies ever made, so I am expecting him to really give us a great ending. And the last movie is Into the Woods. I don't remember what the basis was. My girlfriend, if she was here, would probably push me to the wall out of focus and start ranting and raving about why this movie is so awesome. I just remembered her telling me about it, I looked into it, it looked very interesting indeed, and that is why it's on my top 30. So that's it, guys. 30 films to see in 2014. Very curious to see what else could possibly surprise me and get thrown in there. But for now, I'm looking forward to a great year of Up from the Underground. I am hoping to see and review each and every one of these films that I have mentioned, and I am looking forward to a great, strong, and fun time at the movie theaters, and I hope that you are too. And to all of my fellow YouTube critics who are watching my videos, I am hoping to see some great reviews from you guys as well. So for now, sit tight, because my Oscar snubs video is coming up next. I'll see you soon. Actions speak louder than words.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.